Hey there, so today I'm going to be going over my top 5 Star Wars Rebels characters. So not just characters in the Rebel line, so I'm specifically referring to the TV show. Now, I am including some specific stipulations. One, they have to have a primary role in the show, and two, they cannot have had a primary role in another Star Wars television series or movie. So unfortunately, this disqualifies Captain Rex from the list because he probably would have been number 1 in all honesty, or he would have been very near the top. So he's excluded, and Ahsoka's also excluded because she had a prominent role in the Clone Wars previously. So also there was a few other characters who made their cameo appearances, including R2-D2, C-3PO, and Leia Organa, and Ben Kenobi, and Anakin Skywalker, and Bail Organa, Vader. The Emperor made a brief appearance in Tarkin. They're also disqualified simply because they had a prominent role in another Star Wars property beforehand. And some of them were just cameo appearances or were only vital to one episode, like R2-D2 and C-3PO and Prinze and Sat. Some of them were just simple cameo, like the Emperor and Bail Organa. Simple cameo appearances. So, there you go. Those are my few stipulations to which ones are going to be included in here. So now that that's out of the way, let's go into my top 5 Star Wars Rebels characters. So, this is a very hard list to determine, so I'm doing this ad-lib as the way I do a lot of my videos like this. I just create an idea and then I just roll with it. So I often have something in mind in advance. This one, not so much. Trying a little different format out. Let me know if you can like it. Also, if you want to see more of me talking to you through a camera, because I want to do that more than just simply, creating like a PowerPoint presentation and then recording a voiceover to it. Can get kind of stale after a while. So, you'll be seeing more of me like this, and maybe even my profile pic will be updated to reference it. But anyhow, I'm going to say it's easier to go from favorite to least favorite, but let's go with, in my number 5 position, I'm going with, this is actually kind of hard to think about, because trying to do this on the spot, so it seems much more genuine, and it's actually kind of hard. So, let's go with Chopper. Why not? He's like the animal in the TV show that's always there, causes mischief and all that. Just, that you would call him cute, like you would a cat, but he behaves like a cat, and I love cats. In addition, he's just kind of unique, a high-powered droid that really does whatever he wants. While R2-D2 does whatever he wants, he does it out of not self-interest. Chopper has such a self-interest. R2-D2 not so much. R2-D2 tends to want to help people, while Chopper just wants to help himself. So, in my number 4 pick, I'm going to say Hera. The motherly figure to the entire Ghost crew. She keeps them together. They've mentioned that before. And so it is really true. She does keep them together. And I say for my number 3 pick, let's go with canon. It's just nice to see, a Jedi who's not really a Jedi, but is a Jedi, but is learning to be something other than a Jedi. Got that? Because that was confusing, to say the least. So, definitely, there's something about him, he's definitely taken aspects of Calo Catan, that more like, kind of almost like cowboy-y type stuff, and Ram Koda from The Force Unleashed. Both video game characters seem to have been the main inspirations for canon jobs, which is something pretty neat when you say combine the two together. So I would say the biggest pillows with Ramkoda are the blindness and maybe the more samurai-inspired armor, along with the, besides fighting the Empire, which is kind of a given kind of thing. But let's see. Oh yeah, also taking on apprentice with dark side tendencies. Those are the big notices between Ken and Jarvis and Ramkoda. Well, with Calicoton, you got kind of that cowboy look that especially forsaken his Jedi heritage for such a long time, and that kind of stuff. Not as much, but there's definitely some parallels there. Not too many, there are more Ramkoda parallels, but I think there's some Calicoton influences there as well. So, for my number 2 pick, who do I want to be my number 2 pick? There's so many good characters to choose from, and I try, and let's go with, trying to think of a character. Because I'm not even sure who I want to be my number 1 pick yet. I hope I didn't pick my number 1 pick yet, because why would I do that? Let's go with Thrawn. Because since this is his first major appearance in the current canon, I think he qualifies as being a major character. And there's just something about him, what's the word? The tactical mind, and he's the tactician. He thinks things through, but he's definitely a genius, but I wouldn't call him an insanely super duper quadruper genius, and I just made up some of those words. Maybe I think it was a quadruper. But definitely, he's not overly the top genius, but he's a genius. He sees the minute things. The things that we, the audience, picks up, but that they're real cued into, but the other characters aren't cued into. Those are the things he sees. The things that die-hard Star Wars fans take the time to analyze. That is what Grand Admiral Thrawn sees. What we, the fans, will analyze. And also, some good technical mind. I'm pretty sure if Thrawn was a real character, oh, not a character, he is a character, a real person, he probably would have been a top student at whatever school he went to. He probably would have been like number 1 in his class at any of the United States Armed Service Academies. No, Service Academies. Don't know why I said the Armed Service Academies. But yeah, he would have been, if he went to a real Earth school, he would have been the top of his class, I'm sure. He has the intellectual capacity to do very well. Now I'm going to give a few honorable mentions. There's a lot. The Grand Inquisitor is one of them. Kind of need to see a high prominent Imperial figure that's an alien, that's not human, kind of like Thrawn is. But unlike Thrawn, I think the Grand Inquisitor was feared while Thrawn was more respected. Let's see. Other honorable mentions include, I would say Governor Price is an honorable mention, but we need to see more along with that administrator. What was her name? I'm trying to remember her name. Well, I can't remember her name, so we'll just go on. The Miss Tula, Mr. Tula, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. Also, I'm going to give an honorable mention now to Admiral Constantine, and also another one to Commander Sato. And also, I'm going to give out an honorable mention to Ezra Bridger and Sabine Wren. Really, I didn't know where to put them on this list. Probably if I made the top 10, they would have been clearly numbered. Probably even in a different position. Because it can be hard picking out who's your favorite characters. And they probably would have been like they would have been 7th and 6th, I guarantee you, if I did this as a top 10 video. But anyhow, now I'm probably missing a few other characters I would like to give honorable mentions to, but I can't spend this entire, 10 minutes or so talking about honorable mentions. So, I'm going to go off and now start on my number 1 pick, which, Agent Callus. This is something interesting. When I first met him, I saw him as a younger version of Grand Moff Tarkin. But thinking back, I feel like his younger version was more like, or his earlier version was more like a younger human version of Grand Admiral Thrawn. The more analytical, being able to see things that the average Imperial doesn't see. But there's more to him than that initially. He goes on, and spoilers if you have not seen the end of Star Wars Rebels Season 3, but, actually most of the 2nd season, but he defects from the Empire and joins the Rebels, which you gotta give thanks to that to Zeb, which he should have been one of my other honorable mentions too. So, quick side note for an honorable mention, Zeb. But anyhow, let's go back to talking about Agent Callus and why he's my number 1 pick. Because there's something just neat about having a main character who, so you start out wanting the rebels to take out, and then a character you don't want to see die. You don't want to see being taken out by either the rebels and now, or the Empire, because now that he's defected. And it was pretty quick in order to realize he was going to defect. I think lots of people I know started predicting it around around the episode where he and Zeb were stranded on the moon, one of the moons of Geonosis. I did not predict that early. I did predict, I believe that his sympathies were going to be starting to change. But I don't think I predicted the defection until a few episodes later, I would say. I don't remember exactly which episode it was. You can go check out my reviews, because I probably mentioned it sometime in there when I made my prediction. Probably was around the first time the new Fulcrum agent came out, and we knew that there was another Fulcrum agent. But since I don't remember, I'm sorry. But I would say most Star Wars YouTubers have predicted that. And there's also something I've seen the Star Wars Rebel Season 4 trailer already. Was unable to attend celebration, but maybe I can do that in the future. Would love to do it in the future. Except for I can't fly. But if it's in a city near me, I don't know, where I live. Okay, I don't live in a big city, I live in the suburb of a big city. But if it goes into that big city, I'd probably be taking the train up there or driving up there so I could go to Star Wars Celebration every day. But I don't know. Depends if I have the money too, because if you consider supporting me on Patreon, I might be able to do something like that in the future. And also, if you watch my videos with the ads, so no ad blocker please, it really helps. Now that I'm done plugging myself, I'm going to continue talking about Agent Callus in Season 4 trailer. It was neat to see him at the Rebel base in non-Imperial clothes. First I was like, is that Callus? Yeah, that's Callus. And then there's also something to say, I think his hair color got light. I think it went from more of a dirty blonde to a blonde. Or brown or dirty blonde to a blonde. It's kind of sometimes hard to tell the difference between a dirty blonde and a brown in hair color. But his hair did get lighter, I noticed. Which is interesting. Could it be something on Yavin 4? Or just he styles his hair different now that he's not part of the Empire. I don't know, but I'm getting near the 15-minute mark here, so I'm going to sign off now. So that's it. So there you have it, my top 5 Star Wars Rebels characters. So I have a few more videos coming out soon. So the last couple of weeks I was busy with the thing called school. Now that that's done, I can be sure I'll be much more regular in my uploading schedules and processes. So I was able to recover good last week too. But this week, pretty much all I had to do was graduate and I was done with high school. So now that I'm done with high school, I get the whole summer to prepare my videos before college. Wish me luck. And also, I'm wishing you luck in all your endeavors, and may the force be with you always. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment down below. Check me out on social media, consider supporting me on Patreon, and feel free to visit my website and any of my other YouTube channels. Links are in the description down below. Subscribe to my channel for future Star Wars content. Have a good day or good night, wherever you are. May the force be with you always.